a red thread sprouts right out of a girl's head. She reaches up to grab it, but it slips right through her fingers. What's even weirder, nobody else around her can see it, not one person. Sun A's heart skips a beat. What on earth is this thing? Suddenly, she thinks of the pair of glasses she's wearing. She'd found them in class. There was a blinding flash from the lenses, and they looked so weird she took them home and slipped them on a whim. Could it be this red thread has something to do with the glasses? She's still puzzling over it when her uncle, who's a cop, walks in. Sun A looks up and freezes. His head is covered in red threads, a tangled, glowing mess. She lets out a shriek, spins around, and bolts out the door. But when she hits the street, her jaw hits the floor. Hundreds of people have red threads floating above their heads. Some have just one, others have hundreds, crisscrossing in a dense, chaotic web. What is going on here? Sun A stands on the sidewalk, watching for a while. She notices that couples have their red threads tied together. Then it hits her. These red threads, they're the links between people who've been physically intimate. The next morning, her uncle drives her to school as usual. Sun A takes a look and gags. Her uncle's red threads are so thick, they're practically jabbing through the car roof. Disgusted, she decides to walk the rest of the way. At school, teachers and classmates all have red threads too, but Sun A ignores them. She's got a target. The F4 crew that's always picking on her, especially Ha Young, the pretty but vicious ringleader. Ha Young has 2 red threads on her head. One stretches all the way into the school building. Sun A's heart races. She follows the thread and it leads her right to the teacher's lounge door. A few minutes later, a male literature teacher steps out. The red thread on his head is tangled tight with Ha Young's. Sun A's mouth hangs open in shock. That teacher, who always seems so polite and gentle, he's a total hypocrite, hiding behind that nice guy facade? No way. She's got to expose these two and their sleazy little secret. Ha Young torments Sun A every day. If Sun A doesn't fork over the protection money on time, Ha Young hauls her to the rooftop and slaps her. She shoves a mop, one that's been dragged through the bathroom, against Sun A's neck, pinning it there until Sun A is gasping for air, then finally letting go. Once, she even shoves Sun A to the edge of the rooftop, growling, "Pay up, or I'll toss you off to feed the dogs right now." Eventually, Sun A is so scared she stops going to school. But Ha Young, still after her money, rummages through Sun A's locker and finds the gift and love letter Sun A was saving to give to the school heartthrob. Ha Young smirks. She knows exactly how to make this fun. The day Sun A comes back to school, the F4 has covered the blackboard in insults. Slut, plague, fake innocent. Every ugly word they can think of. Sun A's too scared to make a peep, so she hurries back to her seat. She spots her gift, tossed carelessly on her desk, and scrambles to stuff it into her bag. But Ha Young snatches the letter and reads it aloud to the whole class. "Hello, I know you don't know me, but I've liked you for a long time." Sun A's totally livid. She lunges at Ha Young, tackling her to the ground, desperate to get the letter back. But someone snatches the letter away first. As Sun A chases after them to grab it, Ha Young seizes the chance. She spins around and slaps Sun A across the face a few times. The chaos only stops when the homeroom teacher walks in, but the teacher doesn't even punish Ha Young. Sun A grinds her teeth in rage, wanting nothing more than to tear Ha Young apart. It's like the universe heard her hatred. After school, Sun A notices the glasses in her locker flash suddenly, as if beckoning her to put them on. She slips them on and catches Ha Young and the male teacher in their sleazy act. So that's why Ha Young acts so tough. She's got the teacher in her corner. Now, Sun A isn't scared of her anymore. During lunch break, Ha Young, bored as usual, comes over to pick a fight. Sun A slips on her glasses calmly, not the timid wreck she used to be. She grabs Ha Young's hand and says, "I've got no money for you, and don't mess with me. You'll regret it." Sun A's really pushed Ha Young to the edge. Ha Young kicks Sun A so hard she goes flying several feet. That one kick is all it takes. Sun A's dead, set on getting revenge. That night, Sun A follows Ha Young to a motel. She watches as the male teacher strokes Ha Young's face affectionately, then whips out her phone to snap a pic. The two head into the motel, and Sun A smirks triumphantly. But she doesn't notice. She's being led down a dark path, all because of those glasses. She sends the photo to Ha Young, expecting to scare her, but Ha Young just texts back, You forget I'm a high schooler? Even if you expose this, I'll play the victim and say the teacher forced me. Who's gonna believe you? Sun A didn't see that coming, but she quickly comes up with another plan. She sends the photo anonymously to the male teacher, blackmailing him for 20 million won to keep quiet, otherwise she'll leak the photo. The teacher freaks out. He immediately calls Ha-young to his office, claiming she didn't turn in her homework. Under the pretense of scolding her, he pulls her outside to chat privately about the photo. Ha-young instantly accuses Sun-ae, wondering how she found out about their secret. Thanks to the glasses letting her see the red threads, Sun-ae blackmails a few more teachers. She starts living the high life at school, buying the school heartthrob name brand gear, and within a week, he's her boyfriend. Ha-young watches all this, green with envy. She's practically foaming at the mouth, itching to strangle Sun-ae. The angrier Ha-young gets, the more pleased Sun-ae feels. What Sun-ae doesn't notice is that the new transfer student has her eye on her. One time in the bathroom, the transfer student sees Sun-ae's glasses and asks where she got them. Sun-ae says she just got them from the optician, but the transfer student calls her out. You're lying. These glasses let you see red threads, don't they? Sun-ae's heart skips a beat. You can see them too. The transfer student nods. Sun-ae is skeptical, thinking she might have heard about the red threads and is trying to trick her. So she asks, how many red threads are on my head? 1, the transfer student says. Sun-ae freezes. The transfer student keeps going, mentions Ha-young has 2 threads, one connected to a male teacher, and even knows the PE teacher and math teacher are having an affair. Sun-ae is completely stunned. This transfer student never wears glasses. She can see those red threads floating over people's heads with her own 2 eyes. Her name is Hyun-hoop. She's been able to see those threads since birth. When she was 5, she noticed a red thread connecting her dad's head to her aunt's. Being too young to understand, she drew a picture of it, and her mom saw it. What happened next? Her mom killed her dad, then took off and abandoned her. Hyun-hoop realized it was her ability to see the threads that got him killed. She tried to take her own life to atone, jumping off buildings, cutting herself, but she just couldn't die. It was like some mysterious force was holding her back. Hyun-hoop ended up locking herself in her house, covering the windows with cardboard and wearing sunglasses all day. Anything to block out the threads. She never went out, never spoke. She felt cursed for killing her family. Still, she secretly hopes there is someone else out there who can see the threads too. To keep from losing her mind, Hyun-hoop sneaks a peek outside once every morning. The number of red threads over someone's head, it's how many people they've been intimate with. Sun-ae, still in school, has 1 thread. Her uncle, he's got hundreds, denser than sunflower seeds. One day, a new female neighbor moves in across the way. She has 9 red threads but lives alone. Total player energy. To be friendly, the neighbor shows up with fruit and knocks on Hyun-hoop's door. Hyun-hoop peeks through the peephole and sees her, but years of isolation have given her severe social anxiety. She can't bring herself to open up. Just moved in. No funny stuff, the neighbor calls out. Left the fruit by the door. Don't forget to eat it. After the neighbor leaves, Hyun-hoop quietly opens the door and drags the fruit inside. She opens it up, 3 juicy peaches. Taking a bite, the sweet juice warms her heart a little, lifting her mood. The next day, the neighbor brings green apples. Hyun-hoop takes off her sunglasses, munching on an apple while watching the news. The report says, young women in the neighborhood have been getting killed one after another. Halfway through the report, Hyun-hoop freezes. On screen, a man in a helmet is returning to the crime scene. He has only 1 red thread. Hundreds of threads are rare, but 1. Hyun-hoop has never seen that before. A murder goes down in the neighborhood and the helmet guy is lurking behind a wall, like a killer hitting up the scene to relive the rush, feeding his sick urges. Hyun-hoop figures he is probably the murderer. Then she hears a motorcycle downstairs. Looking out the window, she sees the helmet guy pull up to her building and head into the apartment across the way. She fumbles for her phone to call the cops, but it is dead. She's just plugged it in to charge when the helmet guy walks into her female neighbor's place. The lights are off over there. Hyun-hoop tears off the cardboard covering her window. She watches the neighbor walk up to the helmet guy. Her phone finally fires up. She dials 911, eyes locked on the scene. But then she sees them hug. Realizing she's messed up, she quickly hangs up. Meanwhile, Sun-ae's uncle, Han Ji-wook, the cop, gets a call from his assistant that morning. A woman has reported seeing a guy in a black helmet at the serial killer's crime scene the night before. The police haven't released the killer's description, and the address is right across from his own place. Staring at the cardboard plastered windows across the street, Officer Han figures it has to be Hyun-Hoop. He hurries over and knocks on her door. Hyun-Hoop peeks through the peephole and jumps. She's never seen someone with so many red threads on their head. After knocking for ages with no response, a man with glasses from upstairs walks over and says, "Quit knocking." She's famous for being a total shut-in. Someone specifically comes to take her trash out. Once the glasses guy leaves, Officer Han isn't giving up. He shouts, "I'm a cop. You called in a report last night, right? We're investigating a serial case. If you have any clues, tell me." Hyun-Hoop hears he's a cop, so she unlatches the security chain and cracks the door open a tiny bit. She says she was wrong last night. It was just a couple, then slams the door shut. That night, the helmet guy shows up again. This time, he doesn't go to the building across the way. Instead, he enters Hyun-Hoop's building, stands outside her door for a moment, then leaves. Meanwhile, Officer Han finds out that all the serial killer's victims have dated the same man, the glasses guy he ran into earlier, who lives in 303 upstairs from Hyun-Hoop. Officer Han senses something's off and wants to check it out himself, but he gets a call from the nursing home saying his dad has run off. He has to tell his assistant to go to 303 first. The assistant arrives at 303. The door is unlocked and he steps into total darkness. He notices the entire room's walls are red. He quickly calls, "Something's wrong here. So many threads, the walls are red." He doesn't get to finish. Yoon-min, the glasses guy, hiding in the corner, darts out and knocks the assistant out cold with a club. The call cuts off. Officer Han knows something's wrong and rushes back. Yoon-min ties up the assistant, puts on a helmet, and heads for his next target. He goes straight to the building across the way. Hyun-Hoop hears footsteps, walks to the window, and looks out. This glasses guy is a different height from the helmet guy she saw before. His red thread is still connected to the female neighbor, so he's the real killer. Hyun-Hoop has no time to call the cops. She grabs a kitchen knife, puts on her sunglasses, and opens the door, wanting to save the female neighbor. But she hasn't left the house in over a decade. Her social anxiety has her shaking with every step. She barely makes it outside before her legs give out and she faints. By then, Young-min reaches the female neighbor's place. She's happily about to take off her clothes when he takes off the helmet and says, "Long time no see, ex-girlfriend. How have you been?" The female neighbor is confused. She'd made all her lovers wear the same clothes to hide her affairs. She never expects her boyfriend to find out and show up like this to get even. Through his glasses, Yoon-min sees the female player has reed threads connected to 8 men. She slept with 8 guys. Feeling humiliated, he lunges at her, choking her neck. "I'm sending you to hell." Just as the female neighbor is about to suffocate, Hyun-Hoop finally arrives and shouts, "Let her go!" Young-min chuckles and walks over. Well, if it isn't the shut-in. Hyun-Hoop shakes with fear. "How do you know what I look like?" Young-min grabs her kitchen knife and grins sinisterly. "Because we can both see the red threads." Hyun-Hoop gets even more freaked out. She's about to ask how he knows she can see them when Young-min adds, "What are you shaking for? Let me test how sharp this knife is." With that, he stabs Hyun-Hoop in the stomach. Officer Han arrives downstairs, spots the sunglasses on the ground, and hurries up to find Hyun-Hoop. Her door's open. He steps inside and finds investigation notes on the red threads on the wall. Hyun-Hoop takes a stab and crumples to the ground. The female neighbor takes the chance to knock Young-min's glasses off his face. Through her blurry vision, Hyun-Hoop sees Jung-min, totally disoriented, scrambling around on the floor for his glasses. The female neighbor crawls over, wanting to take her and run, but Jung-min finds his glasses, grabs the female neighbor by her hair, and continues his attack. The female neighbor screams for help. Officer Han hears the noise, reaches the window, and sees Jung-min attacking across the way. Hyun-Hoop, gripping the knife, crawls over slowly. Officer Han tears off all the cardboard, pulls out his gun, and takes aim, but the killer and the hostage are way too close. He's scared to pull the trigger, worried he'll hit the wrong one. Just then, Hyun-Hoop stabs Jung-min in the leg, creating distance between them. Jung-min moves to kill Hyun-Hoop, and Officer Han takes the chance to shoot him dead. The red thread above his head disappears too. After this incident, Hyun-Hoop thinks maybe seeing the red threads isn't a curse. Maybe it's a sign from above, turning her into a savior. She gets an anonymous text, "I can see the world you see too. Come to Bangju High School." Hyun-Hoop cuts her hair and returns to school, wanting to find out who sent the text. She discovers that Soon-A has picked up Youngmin's glasses and transformed from a bullied outcast into the school's most popular girl. It seems both Jungmin and Soon-A relied on the glasses to see the red threads. There must be someone pulling the strings behind the scenes. Put on these glasses and you can see the red threads above people's heads. Hyunhoop warns Sun-A to stop using the glasses or danger will come, but when desires clouded your judgment, you don't listen. Sun-A keeps using the glasses, doing as she pleases. That night, while kissing the school heartthrob, she gets a message from the male teacher. "I've got the 20 million ready. Meet me on the rooftop at midnight." Sun-A is stoked. She hauls the school heartthrob to take a photo booth strip. When she goes to put the photos away, she realizes the glasses are gone. It turns out Ha-young took her bag. Earlier that day, in the bathroom, Ha-young overheard talk about the glasses being able to see red threads. She followed Sun-A and stole the glasses. Ah-young puts on the glasses and enters a whole new world. She sees everyone's red threads and learns the secret of physical relationships. But right as she's about to blackmail Sun-A, some mystery person snatches her up and carts her off. Sun-A knows nothing about this. She calls Hyunhoop, asking if she took the glasses. Hyunhoop says no, but Sun-A doesn't believe her, saying she'll settle the score tomorrow. For now, she needs to meet the male teacher at school. Sun-A uses the photos to threaten the male teacher, but in reality, he hasn't even raised enough money. He lays on the pity act for Sun-A. "I have kids. My wife is about to have our second child. If I lose my job, how will I support my family?" Sun-A isn't buying it. His little problems don't hold a candle to what she went through. The male teacher, seeing kindness won't work, says, "I'll give you 10 million first. Delete the photos and I'll give you the rest." As soon as he finishes speaking, the male teacher gets a message from his wife. It's a photo of him and Ha-young. His wife rants at him for going after students. The male teacher shouts, "I brought the money. Why'd you tell my wife?" Sun-A is confused. "I didn't." The teacher doesn't believe her. He flips out, shoving Soon-A to the rooftop edge and screaming at her for being despicable. Just then, Hyunhoop arrives at the school. As soon as she hears the glasses are gone, she knows the person behind everything has made their move. But when she walks into the school, she sees Sun-A fall off the rooftop. Sun-A dies on the spot, and the red thread above her head vanishes right along with her. This is episodes 1 to 2 of S-Line, the latest hit Korean drama. If you want to see what happens next, drop a 1 in the comments. If you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.